Howdy and hello. I'll be doing some commentary for the best loadout on the Spore subfaction. Are they Spore Burst? In any case, we're going over that, talk about other things you can use, how you can approach it in various ways, and just chit-chat. The loadout, by the way, is de-escalator, supply backpack, emancipator exo-suit. I'm not using the new exo-suits for reasons, as well as gas mines. That last one you can change whatever you want. I just like gas mines. It brought a little bit of a buffer. The primary is lib concussive. Secondary ultimatum grenade, gas. Armor is heavy gas armor with vitality booster to mitigate all the damage from gas. You do still get slowed, which I put up with because I think it's worth it in a sense. I will also mention that there's a pretty high chance that the bugs can hit you in their gas just because they're so fast. They're going to carry out their previous action of trying to hit you before they get confused, which could also happen before, but now it's a bit more noticeable. So I'm just going to be spamming gas grenades. I threw down the gas mines on the objective before things happened, and if I'm really smart about things, that'll just be the running trend. Throw down gas mines whenever I can, make sure I make use of my cooldowns best that I possibly can in places I'll be in for a little bit. And for killing these Spore Titans, they're tankier than a regular Battle Titan. They are quite literally the same as launch Battle Titans, where they can survive an E17. In this case, they can survive that, Quasar Cannon, and if you hit them square in the nose, it should take them out if you have a little bit more damage. So if I ultimate them in the head, and then use 2 to 3 de-escalator shots, they should die. That's only if you land a clean nose shot, which is difficult. And the same thing also applies when using railgun. It's going to be 1 shot. Spear gun, 1 to 2 shots. It all comes down to chaining your damage, which is why I'm bringing the supply backpack. I want to have more ultimatum shots for the Spore Burst Titans and the Impalers as well. My other option would be potentially bringing Strafing Run. I don't know, brother. Now, I never really use assault rifles, and I definitely don't really use the lib concussive, but I do like knocking things back since they're so fast. Anytime you kill a spore bug, in this case, that could apply to the Wilburs, the small scavengers, warriors, hunters, and even the Spore Burst Titans, they emit a mist. This mist can slow down the player. I'm fairly certain it can damage you a little bit, and it also cracks out every other spore bug that goes through it. Now, if you're using laser weapons, they don't create that mist. So laser guard dog, laser cannon, scythe. I don't know if Talon works in the same way, but those will prevent them from misting the ground once they're deceased, which is neat. But laser cannon isn't that powerful for damage. Although if you're using it to finish off the Spore Burst Titan, you can make that work. So as a full group, that's one option if you want to not get ran down by Officer Earl and the track team. Choice is yours. Now, I see this radar tower, and I don't want to do it right now. In fact, my plan was to avoid it entirely, and in this moment, I'm not talking because the gameplay is just so riveting and a great time. I'm just playing. I thought to myself, I kind of want to just stop doing radar towers in general. We might go back to that later, though. Just because of how much time it takes and how it's kind of monotonous in a sense. You're just waiting around. It's like I'm in a drive-thru, except I'm not getting any food. They're just going to give me a receipt. And when you're playing on a Spore Burst map, a Spore-covered map like this, doing the radar tower doesn't reveal all the bug holes. Which is weird because if there's no Spore things, it does reveal them. It shows the question marks everywhere. But you can still see them because they're red. It's interesting. I do need to avoid all these trees. See? That was a clean shot. I think I landed 2 shots in the head with the de-escalator, but that's pretty much what I was talking about earlier. Headshot ultimatum, 2 de-escalator shots, or 3, it goes down. Which is exactly what I've been wanting for Battle Titans, truth be told. I've actually spoken about it a decent bit in the past in various videos, but I kind of like that. I don't know how I feel about... Oh, this freaking tree. Yeah, that'll happen. I did stay back because I had a feeling it could happen, and I didn't want to get murked by my own shot. So, keep that in mind. Also, if trees are falling and you shoot, you'll still hit them and destroy yourself. It happened to me on a bot planet. It wasn't ideal. But I don't mind the idea of a tankier Battle Titan. I think that there can be more nuance to it because it is kind of fun to have the separation in being able to fight Battle Titans and use a Quasar Cannon and not have to finesse something else. There'll be other things. But this is an example of which the enemy being tankier is kind of fun. Because you have different ways of approaching it that provide like a minigame of sorts. And it brings this Battle Titan, the Spore Burst, in line with a Factory Strider that is in the same realm of things. Each 17 to the eye doesn't kill it one shot, but using pretty much anything else that can damage it will take it out very quickly. So I don't hate that aspect at all. I kind of like it. Now, if they are unaggroed, I'm kind of risking it here by running underneath it as it does this little roar. There is a case that it's going to turn and swipe me with a leg that kills me instantly, so that's the risk you run anytime you go underneath the Battle Titan. It's not just the front legs that matter, it's the back legs. So if you can't clear it quickly, be careful, because the moment it starts to do the freaking rotato, you get put in the blender, son. Not a good time. Not in the slightest. Now, I'm pretty sure I wasn't the most diligent when it came to tossing out the gas grenades. Even still, like I said earlier, it's kind of difficult because the Spore Burst bugs, they essentially do a circle of sorts, and they go around the AoE effects. In reference to gas grenades, incendiary grenades, you'll get some value, but they can essentially flank the ground AoEs. Area effect, by the way. Now here, I did the objective. I recognize that. I'm going to get chased down by the track team. I toss out gas mines. I'm trying to find a clear spot where I can get more coverage, because you don't want to have 10 mines on a single tree, which I'm pretty sure I just did. But that's not the goal or idea. Not the movement. Also, before this run, I had a successful mission win, not clear, mission win on the E710 oil. And I was using, I think, spear gun, or maybe it was de-escalator. But before that, I kept trying to use spear gun, and it doesn't work that well since the bugs, they're so fast that they just like flank it. And before that, I used grenade launcher, which I don't think is very good either, because they're on you. They are just on you, so it's very challenging to be able to fire the shot in the first place. Like this sub-faction, fire can do pretty well. I think it's more of like in a group thing though. Like solo, you could probably make it work. I don't know. This is definitely a run diver special though. The gas, it kind of helps me stay in the paint and fight. Now here you're going to see a bug that still happens where you can't climb stuff. Apparently if you set your climb to auto climb, it's okay. I'm not going to do that. But that's one thing I got to keep in mind always and try and avoid. Is small ledges can be the bane of my existence. This also applies to Battle Titan carcasses, because you can normally climb their legs, but if there's a bug going on, nope. Using melee is ideal. In fact, I'm trying to get better about that. And that guy's tore up from the floor up. I'm not sure what happened to him. In my mind, I'm like, there's no way you can charge through this, right? But I back up because I'm thinking that this is a game by Arrowhead. And you never know. You never know. Yeah, they can definitely charge through that, so do not put faith in that object. It would be unwise. How come I can't charge through it, though? Ooh, too close. I'm pretty sure right there I died at grenade launcher. Like, I died a lot in my solo run using grenade launcher. And I'd have to sit there and shoot the guy that's in that's farther back and hope that the AoE would stagger the guys that are closer to me. Bad shot. If you are not using the ultimatum with the tech that should never get removed, by the way, it's the ability to launch it further. If you have anything else out that's not the ultimatum, you swap to the ultimatum and you hold down the shoot button as you're swapping, it will launch roughly twice as far. The only downside, which provides, it makes it to where it's not just like an instant win, is you have slight variation to the shot. I don't really use de-escalator, so I'm just testing it out, okay? I'm like, oh, maybe it can destroy it, who knows? I'm not expecting it to, but if it did, it'd be sick. Instead, I'll just toss a grenade, call it a day. You can use pretty much any explosive grenade on that. And you're chilling. Now, I know why the escalator can't close bug nests and whatnot, so I won't say that it should be able to, but it's aight. It's okay. Out the bushes. Ooh, see, I had all the time in the world to line up a shot, but I keep forgetting that these Spore Burst Titans take longer to wind up their spew. Also crazy how fast I did that side objective. I didn't even think about that. When doing those, ideally, the moment you type in the code that activates the bug breach in the first place, which the bug breaches for the seismic probes and the main objective are also tied to the main bug breaches that happen on their own. So, if you can trigger the objective before the bugs call in a bug breach, you will essentially put them on timeout where they can't call it in. And that's one thing I'm keeping in mind here, because I'm not going for high kills. I'm just trying to freaking win. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't want to, I'm not going for, I got 2,000 kills on the Spore bugs. My sanity is pretty important. I viewed a bit higher than that nonsense. And another massive thing that I'm doing a lot is diving and stimming. When you have someone on you just beating the brakes off you, like they're prime Mike Tyson, if you sit there and just try and stand up and freaking needle yourself, you're gonna die because they're staggering you. They're fumbling the needle from your hand. It drops to the ground. You have to sit there and like search for it. If you dive and stem, you get, in a sense, invulnerability from stagger. You still take damage, but you're invulnerable from being staggered, which means you can just always trigger it. If you get hit by an Alpha Commander, Alpha Warrior, you should stem, by the way. Otherwise, you're risking a 2-shot. Even in heavy armor, I'm pretty sure. If they double headshot you, die. So the scariest thing is definitely the Alpha Commanders. These guys are swinging like crazy, dog. Okay, they're all gassed. Tossing grenades. If I really, really had to, I could also use a hell pod to close these bug nests. Well, so that is going to put a bunch of mines on the whatchamacallit. It's fine now. And in terms of emancipator exo-suit, or exo-suit use in general, in a perfect world, you'd have, if you're in a group, for instance, one person go and do the mega nest using the emancipator exo-suit. I'm pretty sure that breakthrough can close bug nest. If it can't, that's hilariously weird. But emancipator can close bug holes. They go and do that, while other folks do other stuff. If you are interested in a more efficient clear time, if you don't care about that, then who cares? Do what you want. But in this case, I would go to the mega nest first, probably after triggering a bug breach somewhere else, and clear it if it wasn't for the fact it's so close to the main objective. For some reason, my main objective is on the freaking edge of the world. Now, in here, you have to be shooting chargers. There's one to my left. You can hear it roar. I didn't see it. It's going through the terrain anyway. Hoggers. You have to shoot them before they hit you. Or in general, when they're charging, you hit them, you stagger them, and they stop. You don't gotta kill them. You don't gotta kill them, y'all. You just have to stop them from charging your mech. Because I think 2 charges, you're dead. Pretty sure it's the same way before, but I'm not too certain. I wasn't really a mech enthusiast. I know they're powerful. Like, they're very good for doing these mega nests. I did use them a lot on Hive Worlds as well. Like, when in doubt, mech out. It's McDonald's and clear this objective. Easy. But I'm just moseying through. You see my ammunition? If I was trying to kill these chargers, I would be at 30 shots, and my mech would probably be dead. Because I'd be sitting in one spot like a dent. Or slowly backpedaling versus walking sideways, which is, I think, still slightly faster. If you walk adjacently, diagonally, pretty sure it's faster than normal. And if not, you're welcome for the misinformation. You're welcome, sir. No extra charge needed. And as we go in this, you just gotta be looking for all the orange stuff. It kind of helps that it was a bit darker. It gave me more contrast. Mega nest cleared. And I still have a ton of ammunition, I'm telling you. And even also when you're facing the Spore Burst Titans with this mech, you have to decide, do you want to waste 20 freaking ammunition, potentially more, I can't count, on that enemy? Or would you rather just simply accept the pretty low damage, I'm fairly certain, because its spew, you can see on your own player, doesn't do that much damage. Durable damage can be different, but I don't think it's doing all that much to your mech either. So it's one of those things where you can do this and waste all your ammunition. Or you can just ignore it. And you can do the tried and true strategy of run diving, which is super awesome. People love it. That's one aspect. Like, I feel Something to think about too with this game is they've essentially nerfed Battle Titans, but they've also been releasing weapons that are good against the nerfed Battle Titan. And I guess it's fine because there's other aspects of the game too, like again, Factor Shredders. But when you buff something, it makes these more powerful tools seem pretty weak sometimes. Like exo-suit, it's now just a glorified bug closer. Because before it wasn't like doing disgusting work on heavies, it could kill them. It would always take a decent bit of ammo. And now Battle Titans take a decent bit more. Or Spore Burst. I believe I tossed in my gas mines all in the middle. I'll be doing that continuously. De-escalator can one-shot Alpha Commanders if you land it on the noggin. That aspect, though, isn't 100% consistent just because of how this weapon works. It shoots tendrils, just like the Arc Blitzer. So if those tendrils don't hit the head, they don't die in one shot. It's also in the same vein that it can splooch Alpha Commanders, turning them into particles, mist. Now, anytime I know I'm going to get ragdolled by the Spore Burst Titan, I want to stem. Ooh, I know what happens here. No! Dude, I'm so bad at reading the map. I need Dora the Explorer and Boots to freaking hook me up with any kind of translation, or maybe Google GPS. Need TomTom. I got Trader Barraged. And it reminded me how... You know how a long time ago Trader Barrage wasn't so accurate in killing the Helldiver? You could actually essentially use it sort of like a very budget 120 barrage. They fixed it. They fixed it, you know? Made it to where it essentially kills you instantly every time you're detected. We won't dwell on that, though. We won't dwell on that, okay, guys? We don't want to focus on all the creativity that they see from the players and neuter. Alright, so in this case, I did get ragdolled, but that's because its spew has the same problem that Battle Titans used to have, which is the ragdoll happens from much further away. Apparently, you can use the rock solid armor and avoid the ragdoll entirely. Woo! Hoggers. For charger behemoths, if they're not already weak, it usually takes 8 shots to the face to kill them with the escalator. I don't know of a faster way unless you go for the wagon, maybe. But like, that seems challenging. That's 6 shots. Ooh, ragdolled again. You gotta be careful of the ragdoll, since the Spore Burst Titan's spew that ragdolls you will knock you to the ground, and it takes you longer to recover than it does for the bugs that will get staggered to do their thing. Also, I feel like the bugs are learning how to parry. Or at least backstep your melee attacks. Like, if they see you walking forward, they'll step back real quick, you miss your melee, and they can lunge forward and kill you. I died like that earlier. That was a freaking cool shot. Collapsed. Later, nerd! We see an impaler in the back left corner throwing it back for a good feller. Now, this is a bad spot. If you ever played Fortnite, way back when, fellas, I'm talking season 0 through 4. You know about backsplash. Don't give yourself a backboard to get ragdolled, which is exactly what I did, or what I'm going to do, because this guy's going to keep creeping up. I'm not focusing him, which is silly. In my defense, there is a lot going on, but I should really try running here. I should definitely resupply, gas grenade, run. And instead, I'm going to get ragdolled. Enemies get staggered, but I can't recover fast enough. There is that increased delay of recovery the devs added a while back as well. We won't focus on that, though. We won't focus on that. See Impaler, kill Impaler. Kill Impaler. They gotta die. But will he be throwing it back like that guy? You're going crazy. Now here, I think I could run away, but I don't know about that. It's also funny, every time I think in my head, I'm gonna go for a deathless run, I die like a minute later. That happened here. I'm like, dang, I'm just going really good. 20 minutes in, or before I died, it was around 17 minutes in. Trader Barrage, dead. And then I was like, well, unfortunate. Second death wasn't that big a deal. Like, that's just a bit of a misplay, but I'm not used to playing against Spore Burst Titans. I didn't really think about the ramifications of my positioning, if you will. Posture check. Also water check. You're gonna watch out. Those Spore Burst dudes, they can finesse you from deep. Like, they can be at an off angle. You can't even see their face, and they're just somehow weaving the spit into your lane. That was a decent shot. I'm not sure if I've ever one-shot a Spore Burst Titan with ultimatum. I think that you can. It's just so far and few between. I know, on this one, the bug breach only gets triggered once you click the up arrows. Which I'm trying to speedrun this since I know a bug breach is going to come here soon. And bugs can bug breach when they're gassed and confused. It's like they know. It's like, oh, I'm so dazed and lost in the sauce. But I have my cell phone. I'm going to go ahead and dial my number perfectly. Speaking of that too, is it? Nah, maybe it's not worth talking about the whole Hive Guard heavy armor thing. It's just funny that it's actually just quite sad how that happened. I'll focus on that a different time. This is a whole different aspect. We're having a good time. We're chilling. It is cool how on this sub-faction, I'm pretty sure they changed it. There's gloom bugs, and these are gloom bugs, yeah? Or is there a different thing between gloom bugs and spore bugs? Because I definitely remember facing one of the sub-factions that if you shoot them, they explode into a mist, like these guys are. And there was a time in which there was more hive guards than those enemies. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I do believe I've gotten a little lucky in not having to face that many Spore Burst Titans. And I... He's joining the freaking... The throw it back off. We got 2 homebraos in the mix. I hear that guy charging. I don't know if the gas is going to really confuse him the way it should. That dude is... You see it! He's confused. He's been confused, and he's going straight for me. Huh? Now, again, I'm not going to risk it and stay in one spot. It's like, oh, they need to confuse. It doesn't matter, brother. And I see this guy. I shoot. I think I tried laying down as fast as possible. I got so absurdly lucky that didn't kill me. And by that, I mean, I'm just the best player at this video game in my entire neighborhood. It is bewildering. Now, my previous mission clear of this, I didn't use my mech suits properly. I didn't use them entirely. Like, I waited so long to use the first one that by the time I used the other 2, I didn't have enough time to use the last. So I don't think I'm playing on... I might be playing on the planet that gives you DSS activation right now, but I'm not sure. Alright, so on the regular Battle Titans, you can do that now. You won't die. You can just run past it. At least I can. But on the Spore Bursts, their spew will hit you. So you gotta keep those things in mind. And it doesn't seem as though its spew is gonna stagger chargers, which maybe a regular Titan doesn't either. Okay, we have at least 2 Battle Titans, 2 Spore Burst Titans in play here. We've got no heals whatsoever. I'm gonna kill that guy regardless, no matter what happens. I'm gonna try and shoot a mine or walk over it and trigger it. Whatever comes first. Just kidding, I'm not doing any of that. Well, that's what I should have done. I remember crossing in supplies somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and check the mini-map for it. Ooh, it's behind me. Avoid the ragdoll. I'm not gonna avoid the ragdoll. I'm gonna walk it. Didn't wait long enough. Risking it. If I don't grab it, I die. If you prolong grabbing that, you're gonna run into a pack of these fellers, and they're just gonna swarm you, as the people you're already running from will catch up. I'm surprised it didn't ragdoll me. We take those. Now, at this point in time, I don't know where anything is because we really, really, really love and appreciate the Spore modifier. That makes the game more challenging. Doesn't make it more annoying to play, guys. No sorry do Bob. It makes it more challenging. Especially whenever there's that amazing counterplay of doing the radar dish, which I'll do in a moment, and how it doesn't reveal any of the bug holes. Anyway, toss in our second mech. I'm not super worried about this guy damaging it. I could have ultimatumed him, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it just because. And realistically, I shouldn't be trying to kill this guy. It's just wasting so much ammunition. And there's another one anyway. If I kill all 3 of these dudes, that's, I'm fairly certain, around 60 ammo. which if math serves me correctly, that is 3/5 of my ammo reserves to kill 3 dudes. I don't think it's worth it. I'm better off just running away, having them spew, and just further increasing the gap between us. That is the strategy. There's a charger there. I should have known and seen that. When he pulls up, chill. Now in this case, I think I'm gonna try and kill him, but I will soon potentially realize that it's just not worth it. I can keep them staggered for so long that they won't be able to charge at me because they're just so far away. It does depend on the terrain and whatnot, but then again, there are also rocks that can block their charge. What do y'all think about the commentary so far? Is it too much? I would have just played the game and had all the excessive amounts of me not saying anything because I'm thinking too hard, but it's very difficult to talk and play the game when I'm not enjoying it that much. So, yeah. In fact, I did try, and it was way, way negative. Not the worst. I've had worse that are actually live on the channel, especially around the Hive World times. But it was scuffed. Alright, see? We're back to the one shot on the Charger Behemoth to keep it staggered and from hurting me down. See? You just keep doing that. Versus wasting upwards of 13 ammunition. I'm not going to shoot the smaller guys either. I shouldn't be shooting the smaller guys because they're going to miss each other, crack them out, and I'm just going to allow more people to approach me. So this is the epitome of run diving. Oh, wait. I think I got really tired of not shooting stuff. But if you guys don't know, I really enjoy shooting things. I see a heavy nest. I'm going to attempt to shoot the back of it and destroy it with a ultimatum shot. I'm pretty sure I messed up. Should have been more to the top left. Yeah, actually, it should have been higher, I'm pretty sure. I shot way too low. That's my bad. I did that successfully the other 2 times I attempted it. This was the one time it didn't work out. Would have been really cool if it did, though. It's all gravy. If you walk towards the inner side of the... If you walk inside of it, there's a bug nest near the Battle Titan spawner. That if you shoot that and close it, it somehow also breaks the Battle Titan spawner. Don't show the devs. I'll get fixed post-haste. Quick, fast, in a hurry. We see all the bugs. Portion blast. No thoughts whatsoever. That's the small nest. Shoot that. Anything. Close it. Battle Titan nest gone. I see the charger. I shoot him. Close that nest somehow. Weave and shoot him. And then we back out of here. Expertly. The mech's doing pretty good. If this was a regular Battle Titan, the mech would be dead. The spew on Battle Titans is crazy now. Ooh, stuck on the leg. Happens. That's one of those where it's not a huge deal. Like, okay, I lost to that, and that's my bad. Like, I don't expect to be just phased to a Battle Titan's legs. Now, if I'm a person, I expect to be able to climb it. There's a caveat. There's a big difference. Here, I could call in the evacuation, but I don't know if I can actually hold the line without a mech suit. So the idea was I could just end the mission. I could leave. There's more to do though, and I think I'll just be on a death loop. I skipped forward. I'm not sure why. Initially, my plan was to sit there and cut out the parts that don't matter, but hey, man, we're having a little conversation. We're just chilling. We're just chit-chatting. I'm at a little place to refill my supplies. So I know that I can stim once, and those stim packs give me all of my stims back. There should be, I believe, 2 grenade things. If there's just one, I already got it. And if not, I'm trolling severely. Those areas, every time I go to it, they remind me of the sample farm we used to have on Retrieve Essential Personnel. And we need that back, bro. If I plan on making more content for Helldivers 2, which I'm going to make a little bit, but we're going to see how things go down. I'm not sure how important and impactful it'll be to actually give critique and feedback since it falls on deaf ears. But I do believe they should focus on samples just because they're fun to get. This was ambitious. I'm not sure what the plan was at all, realistically speaking. Did I have de-escalator ammo? I should have just blasted. I should have just kept blasting. Shot, reload, shot, reload. Yeah, this is just a classic OhDough maneuver. Ooh. Gotta priest him. Alright, ref. Run back that tape. That's a flag on the play. I don't think that hit me. Whatever. This is definitely my fault. These past two deaths were my bad. Because the second one wouldn't have happened if the first one didn't happen. The first one was silly. So the gas mine. Recognize I have to run away. I'm pretty sure I do have my cooldowns for extra stratagems. Okay, this is so scoffed. Recovering when you mess up against this faction is tough too. Because they all huddle up on your body. If you don't have a good way of killing them quickly. Then what? Which, I should have just gas grenaded. Did I not gas grenade on the respawn? That's so silly of me. The one thing that I struggle with the most as a player is using my kit to the best of its ability. Like, I'm good when it comes to mechanically hitting things. It's more so the other aspects that I'm not the best at. But I'm improving. There's been times where I'd bring a stratagem and never even use it. Or use it once. I'm getting better in that sense. I think I'm still scuffed when it comes to jump packs, though. I don't really use jump packs much. Not as much as I should. And this is the back pedal simulation. I would try and kill the impaler, and I'm glad I didn't go for it, because if I look back and shoot at it, I die. I'm better off just simply avoiding it at all costs. Thank heavens there's no spore impaler, so it can't somehow just chase you to the ends of the earth, plant itself, and get a better position for its tentacles. I see one feather. Getting 40 kills. Is that just from the gas grenades, or is there also gas mines? One reason it's going so well is I am using my gas mines really good. Oh my god. It just looks so cartoonish, dude. And I'm pretty sure there's no sound to them either. Oh, there is. There's little bursts. That guy's fully gassed and about comboed me to death. Telling you, man. When you're in the moment playing and that's what's happening, it feels a certain kind of way. Because it reminds me of how developers, especially Helldivers 2 and Arrowhead, they focus on difficulty, but they ignore their game not working properly. We have these tools that do not really function the way that they should, even 70% of the time. And so it makes the increase in difficulty just annoying sometimes. So I haven't shot on my ultimatum yet. I recognize that. He's about to drown me! I'm gonna get drowned in a shallow river. In 1 inch of water. That is twisted. I will say they should definitely reduce that nonsense. Getting ragdolled for killing it up close. Nah, we're good off that. They have the same nonsense for Hulks, and that, like, it makes sense in both cases. It just doesn't make it fun. Ain't that a crazy concept? One I wish that they would explore a bit more. If I didn't have a supply pack, so much of this would be way more. That's an OhDough move. That's a certified OhDoughless play. Certified. Yep. From here on out in this mission, I was really hyper focusing on, is my ultimatum out or not? Because that just shouldn't. We can't be doing that, you know? We can't be doing that. Tragic. I would have liked to have found the other bug nests, but on the process to coming over here, I have no idea what I've already done. Because even the ones you've cleared, they don't show on the map, which is kind of annoying. It's so weird to me how that works. Like, it'll show your objectives that you've done, but it won't show the bug nests, no matter what you do. I feel like that's a little bit of an oversight. And this is the very slow part of the videojuego that I should have actually cut out instead of the other one, but oh well. I see these fellers. I'm maintaining my distance so they can hopefully not snitch on me from so far away. I'm just blasting. I think if you shoot underneath the hive guard, it will kill it. Well, not anymore because they actually reverted the hive guard changes. And yeah, we're going to ignore that right now. We're not talking about hive guards. Okay, we're not going to do it. We shall remain strong. Roll. Click that. Walk up. I do want to look at the console one more time. I think it's much better to look at it and figure out where you have to go versus just blind firing up there, because it just takes much longer, or it can take much longer. So I know they're breaching. Supply behind me, so I can run away towards it. Gas mines on the breach. Almost get mauled to death by a bunch of Wilburs. Leave me alone. If you're in a group, I should have said this way earlier, but de-escalator will kill your teammates. It won't kill you. It's a bug. It's awesome. It'll probably get fixed. That's how it goes in this game. I'll work on this instead of the plethora of other things they could be working on that would improve the game. This one's just a cool thing that you can use if you're playing by yourself, or by yourself in a group or solo. If you're just by yourself, you can do it and you're chill. Yeah, this will likely get fixed, dude. It's been out for a while though, but now that de-escalator is being seen as pretty good against the sub faction, we're gonna see something happen to it. Oh well. I say that, but if it does, if they do change it, I'm gonna be on Twitter pretty upset. Dude, if I was chronically online, I'd be posting all my grievances to freaking Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. They'd be everywhere. Arrowhead's lucky that I'm lazy. They're super lucky. Cause I've been having some I wouldn't call it beef, because I'm just essentially responding to people that are incompetent and incapable on Twitter, that are saying nonsense about the patch. And a lot of them responded to me too. Like, they respond to me first, and then I respond to them. Like, you would not believe the amount of folks going, "You don't even play the game. You're just bad." And they're trying to show me clips of them on, like, difficulty 7, which if you play that, I'm not talking to you. I'm referring to people that talk trash to me to prove a point, and their point's proven by them talking how, "Yeah, I do difficulty 7 on solo. Congratulations." And I'd mean that if you weren't talking trash to me. But if you talk trash and try and assert your point and how, "Yeah, these guys are fine," as you are on, you know, I'm gonna leave it there, because people that I'm not talking about will get caught in the crossfire, and it's just no good for nobody. I'm looking to figure out where the last bug nest is, and as we can see, I don't get any information on the bug nest for doing the radar, which is weird, because if you don't have the spores, it shows you the question mark, which you don't even need, because there's red that indicates there's heat, a bug nest. It's just like, there's so many things the devs could work on to improve the quality of life of the game, but they're lost. Oh well. He says he actually despises the way in which things are going. I will also mention that all those little diamonds, I believe, are locations with samples. They've got to cut that back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, put more samples in one area. There's probably a few people that love the idea of going to, like, a single place or one of 15 areas that has 4 samples and going, "Wow, this is super lucrative, super engaging." I far prefer having 10, 15 samples in one spot, which we used to have. It's less tedious. It'll also get people to pick more samples up, even when they don't need it, because it's more fun. Like, the sound of it's cathartic. It's just an enjoyable little aspect. It's like a fun little mini game, especially to see how many you can pick up. We'll see if they change that. I doubt it though. It'd be a wise choice to improve sample acquisition before dropping new ship modules. These big trees you can take down if you're using the Bastion tank, by the way. Small trees, emancipator exo-suit does it. I'm pretty sure any explosive weapon, for the most part, will do it too. I'm looking for that last bug nest, man. I really am. I'm shooting that guy for no good reason. I mean, at this point, we got a minute to extraction. We'll let it ride. I couldn't find it. I gave it all she's got, Captain. It wasn't in the cards. And I think I do want to go... I want to test stuff against the Spore Burst Titans. I just don't love having to deal with the other fellers chasing me down in the process. Like, I'd love to just shoot those guys for a bit. Like, they can attack me all they want. Just for pure testing purposes is what I'm talking about here. Spore... Now listen, Spore Chargers are a different story compared to everything else in the game when it comes to killing. I want these guys dead as soon as possible because I despise the way they muddy up my vision. Not a fan. And the new update, I don't have any mods installed, so there's rain. Which doesn't look that... I think it looks a bit better than it did on Exo-Storm missions. It wasn't as, like, large for rain particles. Alright, we're in extraction. The ship's coming. May as well kill some stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and toss some grenades. I'm pretty sure if you kill stuff upon leaving, it does count for your kills. So I'm gonna toss out all of these. Can't toss out gas mines because the mission's basically over. And every time it gets to 40 minutes, like every time the mission's max duration is reached, it will call the dropship. You have however long it takes for it to land. And once it's landed, you get 20 seconds. Just so everyone is aware. That was another funny aspect during the rep missions for farming samples. Again, always had to explain it. So we missed a single bug nest, but I don't think it's really my fault, dude. The game don't give me the information, and I'm doing everything to get the information. Whack. But that was pretty chill, and I do believe this is like one of the best builds for solo play in a group. I don't know. Might venture into it, might give it a gander, but I might just play other games. I think that's what I might do. I'll probably critique some of the stuff happening in this game still, because I do believe that this is the time to do it. We'll see what goes down. Today's gym day though. Legs. And I gotta get Waterburger because I didn't wake up early enough to start my crock pot and make my goulash, which is quite sad. Oh well. Peep the drip, looking goofy as always. Kills 1,565. Stims 60, not too shabby for having a symbolic pack. It didn't go too crazy. Pretty good stuff all around. Anywho, thank y'all for watching. Hope you learned something. Hopefully it was engaging. It was entertaining in some way, form, or fashion. Anywho, thank y'all for watching. Have a good day. Peace.